All right, here with Jalon Bailey of the Shady Spring Tigers. Today, big day for you, Jalon, signing with WVU Tech, as the shirt says. I always like to start with why Tech?
They got a good program going over there, and I'm a big home guy, so I like staying close to home. And the coaches over there, and got some, people that played here, like Cole Chapman, people that I know, friends with, and I just think it's a good fit.
You obviously, you're a three-sport standout. Probably could have done something in football, at least in the conference. Probably could have done something in baseball. Why did basketball win out of your three sports that you stood out here at Shady?
Oh yeah, basketball. It's always been my favorite. I played basketball since I was 4 years old. It's been my drive. It's been what my whole life's been around, and it's a blessing to be able to continue my playing career.
When did you think that it might be? We've talked about size and everything. 5'10", 5'11", not big in basketball terms, but you played way bigger than that. When did you think that basketball might be a possibility for you to do college-wise?
I mean, I've always hoped to play at the highest level I can play at. I didn't get to play my first 2 years of high school because of talent above me, but coming in last year, I played pretty good my junior year, had a good season, and continued it through my senior season. So from then on, I was like, it's not. I've always lived by it's not about the size of the dog. It's about the, it's about the heart. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
Well, you look at the talent you guys had when you were coming up, and going backwards, you had Amar Maxwell, the two Chapmans, you had Cam Mans, Jaden Holstein was on those teams, just really loaded teams. How much did that help prepare you for what you went through your last 2 years and then getting to this point?
Oh, it was huge. I mean, getting to play against such talented players, not only talented, but big players, all those are college-sized guys. So being able to play against them every day, I think it'll prepare me for the next level.
Do you think that helped you too? I think you probably would have had the same mentality to some point, but having to fight those guys in practice, and we've all heard the stories every now and then. You get too much scrimmage and leads to a little extracurricular stuff. How much did that toughen you up, just having to go against guys like the Chapmans, the Cam Mans, guys that 2 years older than you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just that 2 years, it's a big gap for strength and size, and just playing against them every day, it made me stronger, and it made me work harder.
Would you tell anybody that's a basketball only but had the ability to do all three? Would you tell them to do all three?
Oh yeah, I'm a big believer in it. I mean, nowadays it's most people are one sport, just trying to get scholarships, which is completely understandable. But I'm a big believer in playing everything while you can, because you only go through high school once.
What kind of players Tech getting, in your opinion, in Jalon Bailey?
I mean, in me, you're getting a defender. You're getting a guy that's going to bring it every day, going to give his heart, and I believe in high character, so that's what kind of player they're going to get.
Playing in this program, the way Ronnie Olson values defense, did that fit into your exact type of player? Did you come in with that mentality and just feed off the fact that he uses defense just about to set everything up that you guys did?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, coming in, I knew I was going to be undersized, and the one way to get on the court being undersized is playing defense. So coming in, I knew I had to play defense, and that's what I did.
Obviously, you had the opportunity to win the state championship as a starter here. Played on teams that went to the state championship 2 other times. You were in the semifinals this year. What was your highlight in there, you think?
Oh, it was definitely a state championship. I mean, it was a surreal feeling, being out there on the court,
when nobody thought you guys would do it.
Nobody thought we had a chance, and being on the last Saturday of the season and just being able to cut those nuts down.
If you had to pick one away from that, away from Charleston, what would it be?
Favorite game?
Favorite game, memory. I mean, it didn't even have to really be in a game. A lot of guys remember. I remember we were on a bus drive or something like that. Is there one thing that stands out from your career aside from that?
We went to Florida my sophomore year with those older guys. We went down there and played, and that was a really good experience. Really had fun with my guys down there.
When you give advice to future guys coming up through this program, what will you tell them to help them get where you're at right now?
I mean, obviously you gotta come in every day and you gotta work. I mean, it's tough. It's not easy. We've had a lot of people over the years that just quit because it was hard, or they didn't. But my advice is to stick it out, because it's all worth it in the end.
You ever think about it yourself those first 2 years?
Oh no, absolutely not.
I didn't think you'd be
No.
one that would say, I don't want to sit.
No,
You knew your time was coming.
absolutely.
You're gonna have fun coming back watching your brother.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
of those kids coming up.
Oh yeah,
on the
got 2 more
future.
brothers under me coming. I'll be at all their games watching too.
You mentioned Cole. You and a lot of guys on the Tech team. I mean, guys are signing now with your class. You mentioned Cole being there. I think Braden's trying to go other places. But
Yeah.
how much will that help you knowing these guys? And who else on your team do you know?
Well, that'll be good. I mean, I know Christian. He went for the GW. He came this year. I know Briar Bells. He's transferring in. Roman Kellum. He signed from South Charleston. So I know a bunch of guys on there, and I think it'll be good to get along with them.
All right, Jalon, congratulations. Great to see this for you, and look forward to seeing you in the Armory, a place that you know well.
Yes, sir.